G'day viewers, my name's Oren Thomas. I'm a principal cloud advocate at Microsoft and author of Windows Server 2019 Inside Out. And today I've got with me the incontrovertibly awesome Ned Pyle. Ned, what do you do at Microsoft?
Hey, Oren. I'm a principal program manager in Windows Server. I make remote file systems and replication, migration tools, that kind of stuff.
Cool. Now, we know an increasing amount of server admin functionality is being moved into Windows Admin Center. In fact, when I go and perform admin tasks on Windows Server now, the first place I go and look at is WAC. Is there anything new in terms of file shares or storage that's actually in WAC these days?
Yeah, I kept a secret all the way until today, which is we are releasing with the next WAC GA build, a whole new file sharing extension, a tool inside of WAC. So you can create shares and edit them and remove them. You can set up security. You can do global stuff. And we'll use this as sort of the building blocks going forward to do more server file services management through Windows Admin Center. And you should be able to see it really soon. And then we'll have some updates coming to it right after, because, of course, right away I found interesting bugs I wanted to fix.
Always the way. Now, with storage migration services, it's awesome. You can point it at an old file server, bring an old version of Windows Server, and it'll capture absolutely everything important about that server and drop it onto a brand new, shiny Windows Server 2019 box in such a reliable and stealthy way that applications and anybody else on the network simply won't be aware that it's happened. Now, I've heard that these days, storage migration services does even more. What can you tell me about storage migration of things like appliances?
So in the past, you're right, we did Windows. We updated it after the fact to do Samba and Linux and to do clusters. We kept adding functionality to this over and over again. We iterate on SMS all the time, usually 1 to 2 major updates a year. And now another Oren-only first announcement. We have just finished adding NetApp source support. So you can take a NetApp FAS array and migrate from those what are called SVMs, CIFS, SVMs, into Windows Server 2019, into Azure VMs, into clusters on Windows, whatever you want. And when you're done, you won't be able to tell that you left. Just like before, you won't be able to tell that you left a NetApp and are now on Windows. Everything's preserved.
That's absolutely fantastic, because I know that there's a lot of people out there that have got that sort of infrastructure, and if they can sort of then centralize it in Windows Server 2019, that's even going to be more awesome for them. Now, something else I get a lot of when I'm talking to people at events is that they say, look, we've got this distributed files server infrastructure. It's been there, longer than my teenager has been alive. And what they're wondering about is there any way that, you can take the magic that is storage migration services and do something with this convoluted, esoteric DFS deployment?
Yeah, so in addition to adding NetApp support that'll come out very early next year, we're adding a DFS namespace migration support as well. And you're right, one of the devs who worked on that was not born when DFS was first made. So that really, really upset me, actually, as I was working on the spec. So we will be able to support DFS namespaces, migrating from a source machine. In the past, you would sort of have to go do this yourself or be left behind, or you'd be blocked from migrating. And now you'll be able to take a DFS namespace, have the entire route be recreated on a destination server, all your links and everything, all that good stuff. And so you just like with file server, you won't be able to tell. And that it's starting to show that we're starting to work on more than just SMB file servers at this point, as far as what SMS will do.
That's fantastic. Yeah, in terms of feeling old, I got told that Britney Spears was classic rock the other day. So, you get what goes on. Now, SMS isn't the only thing that you're absolutely famous for. I mean, sure, there's the doggos, there's the extraordinary ability to project exactly the right meme at exactly the right moment. But if you type Ned Pyle into a search engine, the auto-suggestion algorithm will prompt you with 3 letters, SMB. First of all, what new security options are available for SMB?
So there's a lot of really cool stuff happening with security right now in SMB3. And in fact, if you get to Windows Server Insider builds right now, or Insider Client, Windows 10, you will actually start seeing these popping up. Like now, you can use them now. So AES-256 encryption is now inside of Insiders, meaning that if you set up SMB encryption, you can get not the traditional AES-128, but now AES-256, both with GCM and CCM, variants of that. GCM being the accelerated one that uses Intel offloading to make it much faster. We've got further stuff going on with security that I can't talk about quite yet, but a lot of the next year is going to be security related for SMB, honestly, new capabilities.
Now, what other enhancements are there to SMB? And, what's really cool about those enhancements?
So we additionally are doing some things on the enterprise space, updating SMB Direct and RDMA support. If you're not familiar, RDMA is these super wide throughput, low latency types of NICs that do direct memory access. And we've been supporting them since 2012, but you couldn't do encryption on them. So now it was just basically a design decision that said, we didn't want to cut into the perf too much, and we didn't have a design that would allow you to safely encrypt data on which is a shared memory system, right? We wanted to make sure that nobody was partying on other people's SMB payloads that happen to be on the same cluster or happen to be on the same server. So we've gone through and actually designed that in a way now that not only is it secure, but it's the overhead. It is significant in the sense that it might drop by say 10% performance, but it's not like it was before. When you turned it on before, if you turn on encryption, we would turn off RDMA, and you just got terrible performance, like TCP, drops in performance compared to what you were used to from these super amazingly fast networks.
Cool. Now, is there anything else in SMS or SMB or what you do at Microsoft that you're able to talk about, or are you willing to discuss today?
I mean, we could talk about a super secret special thing that I've actually not been keeping much of a secret for the last for the last year. I don't know. It's almost like we knew we were going to talk about this, Lauren. We should talk about SMB over Quick. So This is probably the
most
Quick. Everybody asks me. The first thing is, if anybody asks you, Quick is an acronym, right? It's QUIC, all capital. It's not, though.
Okay.
It originally was an acronym, and then it just turned into a word, and it no longer has any real meaning. It's a UDP protocol that was developed originally by Google. It takes some of the smart parts of TCP, like error handling and error correction and stuff, puts it into UDP, so you get lighter weight and more routable traffic when it comes to going over the entire internet. Then it says, let's put it all inside of a TLS tunnel, and you can't turn that off. So it's always in port 443. It's always under TLS 1.3. It's always encrypted. And inside of that tunnel now, this transport you have called Quick, you can do all kinds of application things. So HTTP 3 is in there for some, for Edge browser, and some other folks are doing stuff. And we're in there for SMB now. So what's coming is you'll be able to get to file services on an Edge SMB share where SMB will never be on the wire in a plain format, and your share will never be exposed over port 445 on the internet. It will be going through a TLS tunnel, and your authentication, your authorization that comes from SMB and Kerberos and all that stuff happens inside this tunnel. And you basically have this on-the-fly VPN where you don't set up any sort of VPN software. It just works because we will try to connect using TCP over SMB, or you can turn it off if you wish in this scenario, like for mobile users, and it won't work. And then you'll try to use Quick, and it will work. So it'll just, the experience as a user is no difference. Like they go to Explore, they go to a map drive, some login script runs for them or whatever. The experience is identical to what they are seeing right now, except that now it actually works. So if you are on a laptop trying to get to some, VM running inside of Azure, if you're on some, you want to have some edge server sitting on the edge of your network and some DMZ. If you've got a phone, we have a partner already. I'm not going to name any names and stuff, but being able to do it from your phone is already done. Not a Windows phone, obviously. I don't make Windows phones here anymore. So it's obviously not necessarily a Microsoft technology. SMB is an open protocol, right? So we work with partners to make sure that phone OSs and other OSs, Linux and stuff, can do SMB over quick, and that way everybody gets a nice level playing field as a client. They can connect to the server, and the experience is like super duper safe. And the question people quickly ask usually is like, why not just do it everywhere then? Because if it's much safer than usual, like SMB can be encrypted, but most people don't even encrypt it. They just want the performance. And that's the answer, is anything you encrypt is going to lower the performance, and anything that you want to run wide over like what you consider to be a safe network, you can opt out of this and keep using TCP all you want, or use SMB with encryption, or use all of the above. We don't care. It'll just finally give you the options. This is a really radical thing. I mean, Quick is a radical thing whose aim is to replace TCP. So we're kind of on the bleeding edge here. It's not going to be happening anytime soon that TCP gets replaced. I mean, let's be real, right? But it's definitely going to be the future of how you write secure stuff that runs over the internet. There's no doubt. It's got everybody's backing it right now.
Well, that sounds absolutely fantastic, and we know how long it took to get rid of SMB1. These transitions take a lot of time. Anyway, thank you very much.
We got rid of it?
Consenting to this interview. You can follow either Ned or I on your socials if you want to get your fix of awesome doggo or awesome spaceship pics. Otherwise, thank you very much for your attention and have a wonderful Ignite. Back to the next person.
Ooh, fancy.
Now I've got to apologize.